Hello everyone. I wanted to add to the 3 quotes that I just posted all about choice and why 2020 is such a big year of decisions and choices. And it came through actually in my own journaling practice this morning. And in the middle of me writing all of that down, I even brought my journal because there was so much gold in here. I got this ping in my head where I was like, this is a channeled message. You need to deliver it and you need to create content around it. It's not just for you. And usually that's how I see every single experience I go through. I always see it as a learning experience for myself that I then can use for other people to understand things better or to see things from a different perspective. But this time it felt differently. It felt really urgent. It felt really needed, especially right now. And it's all about choice, right? Because in 2020, we will see the world as very restrictive and very, very limiting, and it will almost feel like we don't have choices, we don't have options. And obviously that's not true. We always have choices and we always have options. And I want you to really see where you feel like you don't have choices or you are not chosen. That's another thing that actually brought me into this whole spiel of downloads, where I was like, where am I not chosen? And why is it so painful to not be chosen? Then I realized, well, I didn't choose myself in the first place, especially being a projector. Every projector knows exactly what I'm talking about. When you feel like you're not chosen, it means that you haven't chosen yourself first. And that means that you haven't decided to love yourself first, that you haven't chosen to be in the frequency of love that you are. So you chose not to be yourself, right? And you chose not to be in your power as a creator, because being in the power as your creator is being in the vibration of love, because that's the ultimate source of everything. And so whenever we feel like we don't have options and we don't have choices, it's really that we chose, right? We made the conscious decision, and that in itself tells you that you have a choice always. But if you feel like you don't have choices and options, it means that you've chosen that someone else has power over you, right? And that you are incapable of creating a different reality for yourself. So you've chosen not to be the creator that you are. So you've chosen not to be yourself, right? Let that sit in for a while. Because you feel like there are no options, right? You've literally decided that you don't want to be the creator of your life. Because otherwise you as a creator have the power to just create an option. If you feel like there is no option, maybe that there's the purpose of that is that you create an option, right? And that's why I'm stressing so much about how important it is in 2021 to create alternatives for other people, alternatives for yourself, alternatives to everything that tells you the lie, right? That you don't have options, that there are no choices. So we have to create alternative choices, right? So people get to choose, but then it's not to impose your alternative onto other people, right? They have the choice too, to be in the driver's seat of their life and to choose for themselves and to create from their own source of power, which is the same source of power, which is love, right? But everything starts with a choice every single day when you wake up to choose yourself. And in choosing yourself, you choose love. And in choosing love, you choose to connect to the divine essence that you are and to the portal to the universe. You activate that portal, right? You drop in the downloads, right? But it has to start every single day with the decision to love yourself, to choose love, right? And when you choose love, you always have options, right? Because you love everything. You love every single aspect. And that's the source of all creation, is love. And whenever you feel like you are not capable or you are inadequate or you're not good enough, whatever it may be, it's actually a choice to not be in your power, right? To not take responsibility. And it's easier to say, I'm not good enough, right? I'm not adequate, I can't do this, than to step into your true power, your true nature, right? So I wanted to really share that because I think it's a very good food for thought and activation for everyone who might feel rejected. And when we talk about relationships, but also if you don't have a job or if you lose something in your life, whatever it may be, it's so easy to fall into the state of I'm the victim of my circumstances instead of seeing it as I created that for myself. for a very specific reason. I created that person rejecting me because I wanted to experience how it feels like and how it actually works to choose myself first, right? And I created this job being taken away from me so I can finally have the freedom to actually create what I wanted to create, right? Because this was actually draining and limiting me. And so it all starts, and that's why I created these quotes as well, with understanding and choosing every single day when you wake up. Why? Why do we have to do that every single day? Well, because every single night you go to sleep, you actually die, right? Your consciousness goes, and you wake up in a different dimension, and in that, to unlock the magic in that dimension, that new dimension, you wake up in every single day, you have to unlock the door, and unlocking the door is so easy, so simple. Not easy, but simple. It's so simple. You just have to choose every single morning when you take the first breath, when you wake up, to love yourself. And when you love yourself, that's literally the key that unlocks the door for that dimension to unlock magic, right? That's really what it is. And everything else will be a natural consequence, but you have to start, right, with choosing to be the love that you are. Because when you choose to be the love that you are, you choose to have the power that this love also holds, right? And when you have that power, you choose to connect power and love to really create your reality in the way that you want it to, right? And so I think that's really, really, really what I want you to take at heart every single morning, every single day in 2021, that you choose yourself, you choose your power, you choose your choices, you choose to have choices in the first place, or to create choices, right, for yourself. Don't feel like you're not good enough. Don't feel like you're not loved. You are, literally it's impossible to not be loved. It's impossible to not experience love because you are love. And the fact that you are here in a physical form is already proof that you are able to manifest things into the physical form, right? Because you are the source of all creation, and look at you, you are physical. How do you think that happened? I know there's the story around mom and daddy, and that's definitely true, but you know, if you see it from the biggest perspective, it's like you are the proof that you, as a soul essence, source's essence, as love, created something into the physical form, right? So how could you not see that? And so let's see if I have anything else that I wanted to share with you. Yeah, basically that we've been sold a lie, and that will continue, that we don't have choices, which is not true. We always have options. Oh yeah, and if you feel inadequate, that was another good element that I wanted to add to. If you feel inadequate, it basically means that your soul tries to let you know that you don't operate from your highest potential. You don't operate in the full capacity of your true power, right? So you feel inadequate. But the feeling of inadequacy is not that you are not good enough. It's actually a signal, right, an emotion, your guides, however you want to call it, that tells you, hey, there is more out there for you, right? And where you are vibrating right now is not on the level that you are actually capable of. So you can actually step up your game right here. That's when you feel inadequate. It's because you have to step up your game. It's actually support. But we created this false story around inadequacy of we are not good enough, right? Which is actually an illusion, because that's not even possible that you're not good enough. How could that ever be possible if you are the source of love, the source of all creation? It's impossible to say that you're not good enough, right? Not good enough for what, right? Just being is already good enough, because you're already proof that you are good enough, and that you are source, and that you are the creation of source. So there's no need to prove. You didn't come here to this planet to prove anything, right? And so take that feeling of inadequacy or unworthiness as a signal that you're not operating from the highest potential that you could embody, right? And potentially that started because you didn't choose to tune into the vibration of love by choosing to love yourself every single day. That's my message for 2021. Take it to your heart. I will probably share more quotes around that topic. It was a very powerful message. It literally made my head explode, and I was like, wow, that's so powerful. So I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for being you. Thank you for choosing love, for choosing yourself. I love you. because you are an aspect of me too. We are all aspects of each other, and we got this. It's a beautiful year ahead. I feel that when we choose every single day, when we wake up, when we start a new life, when you tune into a new frequency, to unlock that frequency, that timeline, by choosing to love ourselves.